demonstrates and models the epitome of power, not when you can suppress or restrict or limit somebody else, but when you have enough life in you to cause others to live. To that God be all praise, glory, honor, power, and dominion. To that God, we are grateful for this moment created by the hand of God. And I never believe that God creates a moment without purpose. And our prayer is that we would be faithful partners with God in walking with God to achieve the purposes of God. To this marvelous assembly of God's people, to these brothers and sisters in the clergy and ministry, we thank God for the moment and seek to honor God in every way. There are a lot of people I could recognize, but I'm just going to say hi to all y'all and thank God for today. We find ourselves in an interesting season. Many news programs began today with a comment that says, the news of the week. And the news of the week has been quite shocking, grabbing, and significant. One of my relatives called me because I'm the preacher in the family, and their question to me was, Billy, what's really going on? And I asked them, I said, what do you mean what's going on? And they said, well, look at all the stuff that's happening in the world today. What's really going on? What's going on? What's the problem in the universe? And of course, I went to my theological mind and I said, well, the way we deal with this theologically, it's called theodicy, the justice of God or the problem of evil. And there are 5 basic ways in which we deal with the problem of evil. When we're dealing with the problem of evil, we take a philosophical approach using an Aristotelian logic of chain of being, and we talk at the top and God bees, and that which is the other end of the chain doesn't be. Or I said we use a protest method that's called protest theodicy. Or there's a person-making theodicy. There's a process theodicy. And there is a prophetic or praxis theology coming from liberation theology. But then he said, what's really going on? And then my mind turned to the prophet Habakkuk. When bombs burst in cities and innocent people die, when an industrial accident can take people who are on their knees praying, when evil seems rampant from a 5-year-old girl raped in India, chemical warfare in Syria, starvation in Africa, earthquakes in China, storms in the Midwest, floods here and there. What is going on? The prophet provides a suggestion I want to say tonight. And if we're going to have a revival, revival is not for people who haven't already been vived. We'll have an evangelistic crusade, but we're having a revival, meaning that the people who know the Lord can find their spirits low. People who know the Lord can be crying out, why is my soul cast down within me? And why is it so disquieted? God, what is going on? The prophet, reading from today's English version, it says, "O Lord, how much long must I call on you for help before you listen? Before you save me from this violence? Why do you make me see so much trouble? How can you stand to look on such wrongdoing? Destruction and violence are all around me, and there's fighting and quarreling everywhere. The law is weak and useless, and justice is perverted and never done. Evil people get the better of righteousness. Justice is perverted. Then the Lord said to his people, keep watching. Keep watching the nations around you, and you will be astonished at what you see. I'm going to do something that you